Welcome to Healthcare Sucks and the nightly report at you, bringing you the facts, bringing you what they don't want to talk about, bringing you what they are talking about, and bringing you the truth. Well, welcome to Healthcare Sucks. If you've never been here before, welcome to the shoe, because it's a really big shoe. That's a old famous when we do those here at Healthcare Sucks. We use the Fair Use Act. Everything you see here is hocus pocus. Nothing is nothing, and nothing's really going on, and everything just like it was 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Just another day in the life, isn't it? Isn't it another day in your life? What do you notice today that's different than 6 months ago? Quite a bit. So with that, let's have a little chat before we start watching what's going on. So many strange things. I've been covering it left and right, behind us, in front of us, right in front of our faces. Strange things, guys. Government is making moves quicker and quicker now. It seems like to head towards martial law. And I'm just going to say it tonight. If a video gets pulled, guys, it gets pulled. I'd rather bring you the truth, and even if it means me getting cut off, guys, I'm going to bring you the truth. That's just the way it's going to be. No candy coat in here. It's Healthcare Sucks. No candy coat here. We don't even do candy, cotton candy. Oh, that was a bad one. All right. Let's get serious. Serious face. Okay. All kinds of things we're going to cover tonight. Separate, different little videos. I'm going to try to break them up small so you can get into them. And if you don't like one, you can throw it aside and go to the next. Talk of mandatory vaccinations coming. Yeah, I don't think so. Not for this kid. Talk of lockdown, maybe longer than anybody's expected. Talk about, and we're talking about it here. Why the United States is just overshooting everywhere and everybody else? Because it was brought here. In addition to all the ways we know it was brought here intentionally by typhoid Mary type runners from China. I can't get it any clearer than what I brought. If you go back and you watch the videos, this is an act of war. This is a bioengineered, bioweapon. This came out of the lab. It is mutating. It is still mutating, guys. And they try to tamping it down. You're only going to get this once, blah, blah, blah. You're going to build up this immunity, and it's never going to come back around again. Never. You're never going to get it again. Or, well, next year you might get it. Like maybe the year after, or, we're really not sure. Well, what we're not sure about is the baloney they're feeding us. So with that, I will talk to you more, my friends, family, Team 99, and all you people that are new to the channel, welcome. Again, this is Healthcare Sucks, where we don't tamp it down. Where we're not going to look over here to the left or look over here to the right and lie to you. Because you know why? You're smart. You're not stupid. If you're watching Healthcare Sucks, you're watching this show, you're not ignorant. You're not stupid. The blinders are off. In most cases, your blinders have been off for years if you're watching this show and you didn't turn it off already. So here we go. Let's watch some of what's going on right now.
Cases and deaths soaring fastest in the U.S. as guidelines are ignored.
I can tell by the curve, and as it is today, that not every American is following it.
Not every American is following it. Really? Summer's coming. You think everybody in America is going to lock down in their house all summer long? It's not going to happen, guys. Also, we're going to bring you some other different YouTubers have been out there getting some stuff that I haven't found yet, but I'm still looking for. But I'm going to bring it to you anyway tonight. We're going to share, because in the YouTube community, most of us are about sharing. My stuff, share. If you get rich, kick me a couple bucks. Otherwise, I don't even care. Go buy yourself extra food if you share and somebody paid you some money. It's not about the paying. It's about saving lives, guys, at Healthcare Sucks. It's about getting the knowledge out so we're prepared for what's coming. So, what's coming over in Italy and France, and they're not showing it to you, and in New York, they're not showing it to you. There's rioting starting, little ones. They're not big. They're not making the news. And they're breaking and entering in places already, guys. Like we've discussed, it's started. The looting is started, guys. Again, they don't want to show it on the main news because they want to tamp this all down. They'd like you all locked down, like good little peoples, good little whatever we're supposed to be, like in a communist country, which we are not. This is America. This is our America. And wherever you're at, I've got people from Australia, all over the world, Canada, you name it. Wherever you're at, this is our country. This is your country, guys. This is your country. You have rights. I don't care where you're at. You're going to have to stand up for them. I'm not saying go out and spread this thing all over because we don't even know what the hell it is, number one. Number two, we don't even know where they're trying to push us into this box and where we're going to end up, guys. This thing is so strange that, I mean, I touched on this. A lot of us have prepped. A lot of us are survivalists. A lot of us spin the wheel. We knew one of them would come around. This is the one we drew on the wheel. So we're going to deal with it. This is the one. This is the one. Now, maybe it's not as, direct as nuclear war. Maybe it's not direct as or volcano opening up under your feet. Maybe it's not as direct as a tsunami coming and you see it coming and you're on the beach and you're going, oh, damn. No, maybe it's not like that. What this was is a thief in the night. This was a little bastard, excuse my French, that came up behind you, knifed you in the back. It might even be somebody you knew that knifed you in the back is how sneaky this little Wuhan monster, bioweapon active war is. Because that's what this thing is. We're going to talk more tonight because you know what? We need to get on it. We need to be aware. I'm going to say one more thing real quick. On supplies, again, they're trying to tamp down people going in buying stuff right now. Go buy your stuff. Remember before I told you when the time comes, I'm going to tell you straight out, go buy the foods. Go buy your stuff. It's that time. Because that's the next thing around the corner. They're talking about Walmart shutting down odd and end things to buy. Not just cleaning supplies, different food products and all this. So if you got food you really like out there, I'm not saying go buy 100 cans of tuna fish unless you really, really like it. Yeah, however, tuna can be used in a lot of ways. I eat tuna fish. Anyway, I'm not saying go buy 100 bags of beans either, guys. Because we're in America. You gotta kick it up a notch. You just do. I mean, we'll talk about foods later. So let's get into the film real quick.
There be a national stay-at-home order.
I don't understand why that's not happening.
Healthcare workers overwhelmed.
This is too much. I don't know how much longer to continue.
And states competing with each other for scarce equipment.
It's just a madhouse out there.
It's like being on eBay with 50 other states bidding on a ventilator.
My guest this morning, Surgeon General Jerome Adams, Governors Jay Inslee of Washington and Asa Hutchinson of Arkansas, Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte of Italy, and author Michael Lewis. Plus the next crisis, what happens when COVID-19 hits rural hospitals that lack doctors, beds, and ventilators. And finally, scenes like this. The moments of love, selflessness, and heroism that are keeping our spirits up in the face of a once-in-a-century challenge.
And that's, as America, or, I want to say as the world from now on, I think. Because you know what? I almost cried for a minute. Because this thing is so devastating, guys. It's not just one or two people getting harmed. It's the whole world getting harmed, guys. It is just major tragedy, guys. I don't mean to be crying Chuck or anything, but it's just when you think about this and what's going on and where we're heading, guys, it's no longer a game at all. This is serious. This is like your 1st and 10 and you're right there, man. You got to make the play. You want to win the Super Bowl? You stick on it. You play hard. You get through it. You win the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl. You guys are my teammates. We're going to win the Super Bowl. Together, we're going to make it. With your friends, your neighbors, your family, all of us together, we are going to make it. Because you know what? Healthcare sucks. We're not giving up on you, and you're not giving up on me. And you know what? That gives me the courage to do what I do so we can make it. Damn, that was a good speech, wasn't it? Sorry, I joke sometimes, guys, but it was a good speech. Gotta admit it. Okay. It's a prep call. You know what? Because I'm going to prep you guys. This is war. Like he said, the president and other people are saying, this is war. You know what? And I'm going out there and we're clanging the shields. We're clanging the swords. You know what? We're getting ready for battle. I'm giving you the talks so that you can go out there and you can do it. You can get the food you need and get supplies you need. If you're into defense, get whatever defensive things you can handle. Listen to that. Handle. Because there's no use buying something that goes bang bang if you can't use it or don't feel safe with it. Okay? So let me clarify that. Hopefully in your group or your neighbors or your family, you've got somebody that does know how to operate certain devices. If not, a good strong baseball bat will do the trick. Just think like, it was that Mel Gibson movie with the aliens and he goes, home run or something, you know, swing it, you know, swing for the hit, swing for the stadium. That's what you do. Okay. So, as the world turns, I see stranger and stranger stuff coming every day. We are seeing it already. I see more strange coming, guys. We're going to have to be able to adapt, which means with what you do have, you're going to have to be prepared. Like I've said for the last few shows, if you're a bug out person, you're almost not going to bug out no more. They're getting ready to lock things down to where you keep hearing them saying they're not staying at home. They're not staying at home. I don't know why they're not staying home. Geez, we have freedom in America. You know, and yes, maybe that is a little bit to the numbers, but the numbers are something else, guys. The numbers are, they spread this. They went out there with Thai food. Okay, I want to tell you about the border thing. We had this border crisis going on and people didn't believe it. People didn't want to believe it. They made it like, so two parties would fight. Instead of us locking down the borders, people infiltrated. People infiltrated right through our airports, guys. They were welcomed in. They asked stupid questions. Gee, were you at this certain place? Oh, you weren't? Okay, come on in. Go spread the news. Spread the woo-ha. You know, that's so stupid. We got agencies like FBI, CIA, and all these three-letter baboons running around that they should have nailed down people coming, going. This quarantine thing from people on airports should still be going on, guys. We had our bozos from the trash company had to fly over to Hawaii because they're rich and famous and spend a bunch of money where they don't care about their employees, don't care about us, the people that pay for it, that now are in contact. And they're out there running. They haven't been in quarantine. They went over there and back and touched and did who knows what. Maybe Hawaii's not like going to China right now. But do you remember, watch my films back, they used that as a transfer income site. People were coming in to Hawaii. He was all upset, the governor and stuff. They're landing. We didn't even know they were coming. Remember that video, guys? Didn't even know. And some of them didn't even have masks. And this thing is a spreader. This is a bad thing, guys. I mean, we just can't be too careful. On the other hand, we do have to have lives still, guys. This is America. You mean, I have contact. I'm being very careful. I am staying away. I'm not shaking hands, which for my age group or Americans or Aussies or, over there in other countries, you guys shake hands. I've known several Australian people, and we always shake hands. And I'm Canada, it's kind of just a thing we do, guys. The fist bump, this thing was a joke because look, You coughing it, then you're going to touch it on something. That was initially, I think, a way to make it spread. How stupid. I'm the stupid. Remember we were going to cover the stupid? It seems like every video now, they're stupid. So let's jump back in and see what's going on this and how many stupids going on there. Sorry, when you...
Joining me for insight and analysis are NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Casey Hunt, former Republican governor of North Carolina Pat McCrory, and Helene Cooper, Pentagon correspondent for the New York Times. Welcome to Sunday and a special edition of Meet the Press.
From NBC News in Washington, the longest-running show in television history, this is a special edition of Meet the Press with Chuck Todd.
And whether you're... If you watch the 5 BS stations, okay, just so I run through them real quick. CNN, Fox, NBC, CNN, of course, and then there's another one. Anyway, if you watch the BS stations, we're not being biased right now. We're picking up news kernels like everywhere right now. And then we're going through them, guys, and we're weeding out what's BS. So let's watch together.
Good Sunday morning. The week began with 2 national reckonings on the coronavirus. The first is where we're headed. As of this morning, there are more than 300,000 confirmed cases in the United States and well over 8,000 deaths. The federal government is now acknowledging that in a best-case scenario, somewhere between 100,000 and 240,000 Americans are likely to die from this.
And see this curve? Look at this. June, July, August? You know, like the president or not, he's always been truthful with us, or at least partially truthful. That's not the truth, guys. That is not the truth. If that's the truth, and that happens according to that, I will eat my shorts on video. Yeah, I will eat my, as Bart says, I will eat my shorts. Now, they might be candy-coated ones for that day, but I'm just BSing. No way.
Virus. One point of comparison, that's more Americans than died fighting in Korea and Vietnam combined. As you can see, the United States, that's the soaring red line in the...
This is the graph. As a matter of fact, I want you guys, look, I want you to take a picture of this with your cameras. You take a picture of this and you show it to your friends and you say, that's us. These are the other people and stuff. These are the other people. You think that's not an act of war? You think that's not a bioweapon? You think there isn't something more coming? When you see that, guys, whatever that is, that number on the left says 30K, that doesn't matter. Because we don't know whether the numbers are real or not. But you do know that. You can see that. You can show your friends that. You can show your family that. And you can just tell them straight out. Do you think that this was an accident? No. Do you think this jumped out of a rat's ass? No. Do you think it fell out of a bat's teeth? No. Even Ozzy is pissed over this. Excuse my French and my firmness right now. Yes, Ozzy, the guy that bit a bat off and supposedly got blah, blah, blah. He's like, no way in hell. It's just a 2 cents worth of something different. But there's no way. There's no way that's an accident. I'm telling you.
This graphic here trails the world in flattening the pandemic's curve, perhaps the single most critical goal of all. Which brings us to the second reckoning, the government's performance. Like President Trump insisting for weeks that the coronavirus was no worse than the flu. Like the lack of testing, the big one, starting with the botched CDC test kits. Like the government's inadequate stockpile of ventilators, gowns, and other personal protective equipment. Like the mixed messaging on face masks, the CDC recommending them, the president refusing to wear one. Like disbanding the National Security Council's pandemic team in 2018. There are so many more, including one we're all...
Well, and let's... 1 second. I'm going to jump in on these tonight. We'll do some regular news down the road later on the next later tonight, tomorrow, whatever. But you need the commentary right now because I think we both are kind of along the same wavelengths. The mask. Let's just take the mask. Mask works. Mask doesn't. Mask. Does that sound like eggs are good, eggs are bad, eggs are good, eggs are bad kind of thing? Which means they don't know what the hell they're even talking about. I remember at the beginning when it was the mask thing, when they were saying that you don't need to wear a mask, period, that it had zero effect. Go back and look at some of my videos way back. Zero effect. The mask, it doesn't have any effect. Like the ear, beep beep with the heat thing, because people don't run the temperature till they're in the final stages. So how are you going to know? One more quick thing. This is, when, as far as a carrier and being contagious, this thing is now being talked about up to 60 days. And people who don't and will never show signs, which are typhoid Marys. Go look it up, guys. She spread it, didn't get sick, is what I'm saying. In the on items, your hat, your Cheerios. Yeah, you notice? I'm eating again. Cheerios. Great for snacks. Anyway. On that bag, for instance. 7 days up to 14. Maybe longer. Because this thing is mutating, guys. This is a monster. Let's see what's going on. I hate to bring you the complaints for the government. We already know that the government's screwing up. And it's kind of like a same old show. But to get where we need to go, let's track.
Responsible for the failure to follow safety guidelines. Remember, those sobering death toll numbers hold only if everyone practices social distancing. And as we learned last week, that isn't happening everywhere. Still, the bottom line is the government has been telling us it's been in control of the virus, when in fact, it is the virus which has been in control of us.
We are afraid for our patients. We are afraid for our families. We are afraid for our lives.
In New York and around the country,
we are a small rural hospital. We have no ventilators.
Medical providers, first responders, and state officials are pleading with the federal government for more help.
Every state is saying the same thing. I need help. I need assistance.
But this week, the Trump administration repeatedly sent governors the message, don't look to us first.
The notion of the federal stockpile was it's supposed to be our stockpile. It's not supposed to be state stockpiles that they then use.
By Friday, the HHS website describing the national stockpile had been altered from saying it had enough supplies to respond to multiple large-scale emergencies simultaneously to reading its role is to supplement state and local supplies as a short-term buffer.
I don't know if Jared Kushner knows this, but it's called the United States of America. And the federal government, which has a stockpile, is supposed to be backstopping the states.
9 governors are still declining to enact stay-at-home orders, and Mr. Trump is refusing to direct them to do so, despite recommendations from...
Which is really strange, guys. Why in the hell won't he do it? Well, he's already hated enough. And he's already going to eat the big one for this. You already know. So that's probably why. But throw off the little boy jacket, get on the manly shirt and the manly jacket, and get out there and make the call. As for the states complaining and stuff, they are right. We are United Nations. We are America. Same for you guys in other countries. You all need to work together, man. What it bugs me is when you think about the Agenda 21, One World Order, and Event 201, that those kind of stockpiles may be going to the elites and stuff, while the rest of us are sacrificed. Period. And that could be happening. So what we're going to do, this is part 1. It's not going to end up part 1 tonight because of the length. But we're going to call this part 1 or intro, one or the other. And we're going to hit it with another film. I will be back immediately. I'm running several films tonight. We're going to look at this. We're going to look at some other tubers. We're going to look at some different things. Rather than just put out one long video, it takes forever to upload, and you guys just sit there and watch it all. I'd rather break them up. You can pick and choose. And healthcare sucks.